There's a moment that keeps me awake at night. A single decision I made 15 years ago that changed everything. And the worst part? I saw it coming. I just didn't listen to the warning signs. Today, I'm going to share the life lessons I learned too late. Lessons that cost me relationships, opportunities, and years of my life. And if you're watching this right now, I need you to understand something. You're either already making these same mistakes or you're about to. Stay until the end, because lesson number 7, that's the one that broke me. And I don't want it to break you too. Let me take you back to my 20s. I thought I was invincible. Late nights turned into early mornings, fast food was my best friend. Exercise? That was for people who had time. I didn't have time. I was busy building my career, chasing dreams, living life. But here's what nobody tells you when you're young. Your body keeps score. Every sleepless night, every skipped meal replaced by energy drinks, every excuse to not exercise, your body remembers all of it. I'm in my 40s now, and I'm paying for every single one of those decisions. Chronic back pain that makes getting out of bed a challenge, high blood pressure that requires daily medication, knees that sound like a bowl of Rice Krispies every time I stand up. The real tragedy? It was all preventable. I didn't need to become a bodybuilder or a health fanatic. I just needed to care. A 30-minute walk, drinking water instead of soda, going to bed at a reasonable hour. Simple things that would have saved me from years of discomfort and medical bills. Your health is not something you can buy back later. You can't work hard for 10 years, destroy your body, and then just purchase a new one when you're successful. It doesn't work that way. The body you have right now is the only one you're ever going to get. Treat it like the priceless asset it is, because once it's broken for good. I knew it was over 2 years before I finally left. Let that sink in. 2 entire years of my life that I'll never get back. 2 years of pretending everything was fine when I went to sleep angry every single night. 2 years of making excuses to friends and family who could clearly see what I refused to admit. The worst part wasn't the arguments or the incompatibility. The worst part was the opportunity cost. While I was clinging to something that was already dead, someone else could have been the right person for me. Experiences I could have had, personal growth that was put on hold because I was too afraid to face the truth. Why did I stay? Fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of hurting someone else. Fear of admitting I made a mistake. Fear of starting over. So I stayed. And every day that relationship took a piece of my soul and gave nothing back. Here's the brutal truth I learned. Staying in the wrong relationship doesn't make you loyal. It makes you a coward. And it's not just unfair to you, it's unfair to the other person too. They deserve someone who truly wants to be with them, not someone who's staying out of obligation or fear. If you're in a relationship right now and you know, deep down in that place you don't like to acknowledge that it's not right, leave. Not tomorrow, not after the holidays, not after you figure out the perfect way to do it. Leave now. Your future self is begging you to be brave today. I got my first real paycheck when I was 22 years old. It felt like I'd won the lottery. After years of being broke in college, I finally had money, real money, and I did what most people do. I spent every single penny of it. New clothes, expensive dinners, the latest technology. I deserved it, right? I worked hard for that money. What I didn't understand then, and what I understand painfully now, is that every dollar I spent was actually costing me my future freedom. Let me paint a picture of what I mean. If I had taken just 20% of every paycheck I earned from age 22 to 32 and invested it, do you know how much I would have today? Over $350,000. That's not including any major career advancement, just basic investing of my regular income. Instead, I have a closet of clothes I no longer wear, photos of meals I don't remember eating, and gadgets that are now obsolete. And $0 saved from that entire decade. But it wasn't just about saving. It was about understanding money. I didn't learn about credit scores until mine was already damaged. I didn't understand interest rates until I was drowning in credit card debt. I didn't learn about investing until I had already missed the most valuable years of compound growth. Financial education isn't taught in school, which means you have to teach yourself, and the cost of ignorance is astronomical. I'm playing catch-up now, desperately trying to build in my 40s what should have been built in my 20s, and the math is unforgiving. I will never have what I could have had if I had just started earlier. If you're young and watching this, open a retirement account today, not tomorrow, today. Put something in it, even if it's just $50, because future you is watching you right now, hoping you make a different choice than I did. I turned down my dream job. Let me say that again. I turned down my dream job, the job I had fantasized about since I was a teenager, the opportunity that people would sacrifice years of their life to get, and I said no. Why? Because it meant moving to another city. And my friends and family thought it was a bad idea. They said I was making a mistake. They said I should stay where I was safe and comfortable. They said a lot of things. But here's what they didn't say. We'll live with the consequences of your decision for the rest of your life. Because they didn't have to. I did. I'm the one who wakes up every single day wondering what my life would have been like if I had been brave enough to disappoint a few people who, by the way, most of them aren't even in my life anymore. That's the thing about living for other people's approval. Those people change. Their opinions change. They move on with their lives, but you're stuck with the consequences of decisions you made trying to please them. I spent so much energy managing how others perceived me. I dressed a certain way, I pursued a career my parents approved of rather than the one I was passionate about. I pretended to be interested in things I didn't care about just to fit in. I was performing my life instead of living it. And all that time I spent being who others wanted me to be, I never became who I actually was. I'm only now, decades later, starting to figure out my authentic self, and it's both liberating and tragic. Liberating because I'm finally free. Tragic because I realize how much time I wasted. The opinions of others are a prison you voluntarily walk into. And the really cruel joke? Most people aren't even paying that much attention to you. They're too busy worrying about what everyone thinks of them. We're all prisoners of a prison that doesn't actually exist. Stop performing. Start living. The people who matter won't mind, and the people who mind don't matter. I was everyone's go-to person. Need help moving? Call me. Need someone to cover your shift? I'm available. Need a favor that's going to take 3 hours of my time? Sure, no problem. I thought I was being kind. I thought I was being a good friend, a good employee, a good person. What I actually was a doormat. And people will walk all over a doormat and never think twice about it. My calendar was full, but none of it was mine. My time was spoken for, but I never got a say. I was busy all the time, but had nothing to show for it, because I was building everyone else's dreams, while mine collected dust. The breaking point came when I missed my grandmother's 80th birthday party because I'd agreed to help a coworker with a project. A coworker, by the way, who never even said thank you. My grandmother passed away 6 months later. I never got another chance to celebrate with her. That's when I learned the most painful lesson. When you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. Every time I said yes to someone else's request, I was saying no to my own priorities, my own goals, my own life. But here's the really insidious part. People got used to me saying yes. It became expected. And the moment I finally started saying no, I became the bad guy. People who had taken advantage of my kindness for years suddenly thought I was selfish for having boundaries. Learning to say no is not selfish. It's self-preservation. Your time is the only non-renewable resource you have. You can always make more money. You can't make more time. And everyone who asks for your time is asking you to give them a piece of your life. Make sure they deserve it. Say no. Say it clearly. Say it without guilt. Say it without a lengthy explanation. No is a complete sentence. Use it. I have a list of phone numbers I'll never call. Not because I don't want to, but because too much time has passed. It would be weird now, awkward. These are people who were once central to my life. My best friend from college, my mentor from my first job, my grandfather. Wait, that last one? I can't call him. He died 5 years ago. And the worst part is, I had every opportunity to call him when he was alive. And I thought about it all the time. I'd say to myself, I should call Grandpa this weekend. But then the weekend would go and I'd get busy with things that seemed important at the time, but I can't even remember now. I was at his funeral, standing over his casket, with my phone in my pocket, containing years of unmade phone calls. All the conversations we didn't have, all the stories I didn't hear, all the wisdom he could have shared, gone forever. Because I was too busy with, what exactly? Scrolling social media? Watching TV shows I've already forgotten? And it's not just him. I have former friends who became strangers, not because we fought, not because we had some falling out, but because neither of us made the effort. We let life get in the way. We assumed we'd always have time to reconnect later. Here's what I know now. Relationships are like plants. You either water them or they die. And I'm busy is not a valid excuse for letting people you care about drift away. Everyone is busy. The people in your life who matter make time anyway. I've tried to reconnect with some of these people. Sometimes it works. Often it doesn't. Too much time has passed. We're different people now. The friendship we had existed in a moment that no longer exists. We can't get it back. If there's someone you've been meaning to call, text, or visit, do it today. Not when you're less busy. You'll never be less busy. Not when it's more convenient. It'll never be more convenient. Today, right now, pause this video if you have to. Because one day, you'll want to call them and you won't be able to. And you'll have to live with that regret for the rest of your life, like I do. I was going to write a book. That was my dream. I had the story mapped out in my head, characters I cared about, themes that mattered to me. I was going to write it someday. Someday when I had more time. Someday when I was more prepared. Someday when the circumstances were perfect. Someday when I felt ready. That was 18 years ago. I still haven't written the book. Do you know what I've learned about someday? It doesn't exist. It's not a real day on the calendar. It's a fantasy we tell ourselves to avoid the discomfort of taking action today. Every day I didn't write, I told myself it was okay because I would definitely do it tomorrow, next week, next year. But tomorrow became next week. Next week became next year. Next year became next decade. And now I'm looking at nearly 2 decades of inaction. But this isn't just about a book. It's about all the dreams I had that I filed away under someday. Learning to play guitar, traveling to Japan, starting my own business, having difficult but necessary conversations, making changes I knew I needed to make. I convinced myself I was being practical, responsible, that I was waiting for the right time. But there is no right time. There's only time, and it's running out for all of us every single second. The real tragedy? I had time. I had thousands of hours over these years that I spent watching TV, scrolling social media, playing video games, doing things that didn't matter and won't be remembered. I could have written 20 books with that time. I could have become fluent in 3 languages. I could have built something meaningful. Instead, I built a comfortable prison called Someday, and I'm still living in it. What's your someday? What's the dream you're putting on hold? What's the thing you say you're going to do, but you keep finding reasons not to start? Stop waiting. Stop preparing. Stop looking for the perfect moment. Perfect moments don't exist. Messy action beats perfect inaction every single time. Start today, not the whole thing, just something. 10 minutes, 1 step. Because 18 years from now, you don't want to be where I am, looking back at decades of inaction, wondering who you could have become if you had just started. I carried a grudge for 7 years. 7 years of anger at someone who wronged me. 7 years of replaying the situation in my mind. 7 years of imagining what I should have said. 7 years of that person living rent-free in my head, poisoning my thoughts. And here's the thing that makes it even more ridiculous. That person had moved on probably within a week. They were living their life happy, free, while I was the one still suffering. They didn't care about our conflict anymore. They probably barely even remembered it. But I was still letting it control me. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. I'd heard that saying 100 times, but I didn't really understand it until I finally let go. The moment I decided to forgive, not because they deserved it, but because I deserved peace, everything changed. The weight I didn't even realize I was carrying just lifted. I had been walking around with this heavy burden for years, and I finally set it down. The person I forgave probably never even knew I was angry, but I knew, and I was finally free. But it wasn't just about forgiving others. The hardest person to forgive was myself. All the mistakes I made, all the opportunities I missed, all the ways I failed myself and others. I was my own harshest judge, and I showed myself no mercy. I beat myself up for years over decisions I made when I was younger and didn't know better. I punished myself endlessly for not being perfect. I held myself to standards I would never hold anyone else to. And all that self-flagellation didn't make me a better person. It just made me miserable. Forgiveness is not about condoning bad behavior. It's not about forgetting what happened. It's about refusing to let the past have power over your present. It's about choosing peace over being right. Whatever hurt you're holding on to, whatever mistake you can't forgive yourself for, let it go. Not because the person who hurt you deserves forgiveness, but because you deserve peace. Not because your mistakes weren't real, but because you're more than the worst thing you've ever done. The years I wasted being angry are years I'll never get back. Don't make the same mistake. Life is too short to spend it carrying grudges and regrets.
My father used to ask me to go fishing with him every summer. And every summer, I had an excuse. I was too busy with work, I had plans with friends, I was tired, it was too hot. I promised I'd go next time. Next time never came. He died of a heart attack when I was 33. Suddenly, unexpectedly, he was just gone. And all those fishing trips I turned down, I would give everything I own for just one more. When you're young, your parents seem permanent. They've been there your entire life, so you assume they always will. But the math is brutal and unavoidable. If your parents are in their 60s and you see them once a month for a day, you have maybe 100 days left with them. That's it. Less than 4 months of actual time. I have friends my age whose parents are still alive, and I watch them make the same mistake I made. They're too busy. They'll visit next month. They'll call this weekend. They take for granted something I would do anything to have back. My mother is still alive, And I learned this lesson in the most painful way possible. I see her every week now, not because it's always convenient, but because I know what it's like to lose that opportunity forever. Every conversation I have with her now is precious because I know it's one of a finite number. But it's not just about the time, it's about the questions I never asked my father, his life before I was born, his regrets and dreams, his perspective on things I'm experiencing now. All that wisdom and history died with him because I was too self-absorbed to ask while I had the chance. Our parents are not just our parents, they're people with entire lives and histories we know nothing about. They had dreams before we existed. They made sacrifices we'll never fully understand. They have stories we've never heard. And one day, all of that will be gone. If your parents are still alive, call them, visit them, ask them questions about their lives, record their voices, take pictures, make memories. Because one day, they'll be gone, and all you'll have is whatever you made time for now. Don't learn this lesson the way I did. Don't wait until it's too late. If I had known at 25 that I was already a quarter of my life through, I would have lived completely differently. But 25 felt young. I felt like I had all the time in the world. I'd start that business in a few years. I'd get in shape eventually. I'd travel when I had more money. I'd take risks later when I was ready. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Later comes faster than you think. One day you're 25 with your whole life ahead of you, and then you blink and you're 40, wondering where the hell the time went. Those 15 years, they feel like 3 years in memory. The days are long, but the years are short, and every year seems to go by faster than the last. I thought I was being smart by waiting, by being careful and calculated, by making sure everything was perfect before I made my move. But perfection is a scam that keeps you from starting, and time doesn't wait for you to be ready. At 25, if someone had told me you only have 15 good years before your body starts slowing down, your energy decreases, and your responsibilities multiply, I would have used those 15 years so differently. I would have taken more risks. I would have said yes to more adventures. I would have worried less about failure and more about regret. Now I'm watching people half my age with the same attitude I had. I have plenty of time. I'll do it eventually. I'm still young. And I want to grab them and shake them and say, you don't have as much time as you think. The hourglass is already running. There's this life timeline exercise where you mark your current age on a line that goes to 80, and when you see it visually, how much sand has already fallen through the hourglass, it's sobering. For me, more than half the line is already gone. The majority of my life is over. This isn't a dress rehearsal. This is it. The dreams you have, the changes you want to make, the life you want to live, there's no better time than right now. Not because right now is perfect, but because right now is guaranteed. Tomorrow isn't. I'm 43 years old, and I finally understand something that I wish I had understood at 23. Every day you wait is a day you'll never get back. The time to start living intentionally isn't someday, it's today. It's right now. Because you have less time than you think, and it's moving faster than you realize. So, there they are. 10 lessons that cost me years of my life. 10 realizations that came too late. 10 regrets that I carry with me every single day. But here's the thing. I'm telling you this not so you feel sorry for me, but so you can avoid making the same mistakes. You have something I don't have anymore. Time. You have the opportunity to learn from my failures without having to pay the price I paid. Your health matters now, not later. Leave the wrong relationship today, not next year. Start saving money this week, not someday. Stop living for other people's approval. Learn to say no. Call the people you love. Start working on your dreams today. Forgive the people who hurt you and forgive yourself. Spend time with your parents while you still can, and understand that time
is the one thing you can never get back. I can't change my past, but you can change your future. The question is, will you? If this video made you think, if it hit you in a way you didn't expect, leave a comment and let me know which lesson resonated with you most. And subscribe to this channel because there's more hard truths coming that you need to hear. The clock is ticking for all of us. Make sure when you look back years from now, you have fewer regrets than I do. Thanks for watching. And remember, you don't have as much time as you think.